on, everybody here live tonight? Season 2, week 1. Oh, I'm mixing it already. Of Annihilation Overwatch, where we have Sidhu taking on Team Shiva tonight. In the booth, we have the one and only Piper.
Hello.
We got Aria.
Well, is Arya staying?
I don't know.
Hello.
When you say hi,
I'll be here for a few.
joining us tonight as the caster is my partner in crime, the double down of the dastardly caster team himself, the man, the myth, the legend, Crystal.
Hello.
That was the energy right there. And I, the man with more power than the Energizer Bunny pipes, are coming to you live to bring you the best in Annihilation Overwatch.
You just gotta wait for the monster to kick in here. I mean, unnamed energy drink. You just have to wait for it to kick in after like map number 2, and I'm flying. Don't you worry about it. Don't you worry about it.
Do you ever have their mango juice flavor?
Oh my god, they have a 0 of it, dude. It's amazing now too. Anyway, we're here for some Overwatch, not to talk about some unnamed drink brands. Anyway, we have amazing teams. 2 amazing teams here with some great overwatching today of Sidhu and Shiva as well. So great opener to this as well. I mean, I know both of us have been kind of going back and forth pipes before this, talking about how hype it's been. I know for me, it's been a hot minute since I've seen some of these players like Awesome, Gallant, Master Bacon, Shadow Fang, Hydro Ken. But I just, from what I remember, was a blur of action nonetheless here. So if you are ready for some high-speed overwatching with today's map pool as well, it is going to be Lijiang Tower, Midtown, Esperanza, Rialto, and Suravasa here. So I feel like this is a really nice, clean map pool, honestly. It hits a lot of bases here, whether it be brawl, poke, or just some dive altogether. But Pipes, what are you kind of wanting to see here in this opening? I mean, I know it's going to be some fun Overwatch, new season as well, so maybe a lot of experimentation. What you've been seeing recently?
Well, I absolutely have been paying attention. I've seen the Battle Cattle in action. I've seen some of the sussy teams as well, as they are pro quote, and on top of all of that, what I'm really excited to see is how these 2 teams combat. Now, we talked the nostalgia factor already, right? Crackle has seen these players before. I've seen most of these players around the circuits of the leagues here. And what I'm more so excited about is to see how they prepare, coming into season 11, right? We're out the update in here live, going into Lijiang's Lunar New Year. Great map, too, to start it off. Why not, right? And what a better way. You were talking about the dive compositions, the poke. We talk about the latest and greatest of Overwatch, and I'm looking at this tank factor that's about to come in. Are we going to see some Sigmas? We going to see some Magoos? Or will we get the legendary Winston dive on Lijiang Tower?
Legendary Winston dive.
Oh, man, you got to go Winston on this map. This is the best Winton map in the game, in my opinion, okay? You go into Control Center with Winton, it's unstoppable, it's unmatched, it's practically unrivaled.
I mean, unless you get smacked in the face in a brawl in a closed environment here. I mean, I can probably understand some of the other maps and stuff, but maybe there's some hidden knowledge that the Pipes, I'm just not understanding here. But let's go with the other fruit in the room here, the PG Piper. What are you kind of expecting out here just looking at all of this? Or, how are we all feeling here with some competition, with the competition and compositions here coming into Lijiang Tower?
I'm gonna see some Lucios. Yippee!
I hope they all fall off the map. All of them.
they get the wall ride. They get the perfect. Oh man, I'm forgetting words. Anyway, so they hit some tricks. They break dance on point and maybe hit some boops here on Lijiang Tower. I'm really excited for a lot of this here, as we're just kind of seeing about just lineups and everything here, Pipes. But just kind of peering around. What is this? Oh, I'm hearing my PC fan just going here. Awesome. But I'm seeing some Reinhardt. I saw some Sombra just a little bit here. Sojourn, who just got changed recently too with Season 11's, where her railgun can now just pierce on the norm, as well as a lot of damage changes as well. So it's no longer like this 30 to 130 weird breakpoints, 1 to 100 for the railgun here. So you can clat, but maybe some damage nerfs will get in the way here of your collateral. We'll see. It's looking like Sojourn is going to be BB, what they're going to be running out here, maybe. It's their highest played character here, but who knows? I'm excited to just see really just some fast action here.
Me too. What I really like though about these two compositions, right, is the roster that Shiva's packing, right? I was looking at their roster, looking at the positions that and roles that a lot of these players play, and I'm not gonna lie, they seem to be packing the punch, right? And then you look over at an hour. Oh my god, I can't even breathe. You come over here and you look at Sidhu and their team lineup, right? This is a team of flex players. And the one thing that I definitely want to strike on with this is, it's always a toss up when you see a team of flex players because you have no idea what role they're going into, right? Yeah, you could look at the character pools, but at the end of the day, it really just comes down to how you play this game, peeking those corners, making those turns, communicating with your team, getting in and out of the action at the right time. And I'm ready to see how these two teams throw it all out on the line in round one.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, team coordination in these and at the high level is going to be really key on these factors. Yeah, you're going to be expected to hit your shots at this rank. I mean, anything above, the medal being in the, in Diamond Masters and stuff, anyone can hit a shot. But how can you coordinate that either with the dive or with the push as your team pushes in? I mean, can you just kind of link up with your other DPS or a support or something in the poke? I mean, coordination and just communication really goes far in all of these scenarios. So I think Lijiang Tower is going to be just the perfect map, honestly, just to see how these teams play against each other. I mean, map one always is going to be just playing footsie more or less, seeing how the team plays and for them right away.
Yeah, honestly, this is the perfect map to do this. You're looking to set the tone of this match, right? You talk about the oh man, I'm gonna bring this one up for my boy Jimmy. You talk about the mental fortitude factor of Overwatch, right? Like this is the map where you got to think, you got to grind. You want to force that game 3 or take it in a 2-0 steal, and to be able to put that first win up on this map and roll into Midtown. I don't know, man. I'm like impatient. I'm like ready to go. Personally, throw me in, coach. I'm ready to play.
You're ready to play. You're gonna cast and play. You're gonna do it. You do it all. Yep, right here.
I'm gonna be
You're gonna 1v5 actually.
Mike. Oh wait, what? You can't do that. I'm just a bronze player.
No. We're gonna put you in here 1v10 actually. That's actually the new season. So we're gonna get you time to spend the stats. Yeah.
Battle Cattle will see me shine on Orisa, and they're gonna be like, "That's our new mascot."
Hey, the Battle Cattle was just changed slightly, ever so slightly on the javelin spin because it was originally the 9-second cooldown here, so going down to 8 seconds. Just again slightly changed, but should feel better if we do see the Battle Cattle. I don't really expect the horse to change all that much, honestly. But we'll see. The horse feels better.
I like the horse.
Yeah, I know
I
like
you do. The horse.
I'm like really thinking about that cooldown. I'm an OTP Orisa lock, right? And it's like hearing that. I don't read patch notes. I'm a true believer.
I just read them today.
Yeah, some even Crackle throwing out the 9 to 8 second. That kind of threw me for a loop. But I'm thinking of the smile that I have on my face, knowing that timing is going to be so much more mint when throwing a crisp jab into some DPS players.
It's your spin. It's your spin.
Oh, it's the spin? Oh, they didn't. Wow. I'm over here thinking I'm tossing a jab with 8-second cooldowns. Oh, come on, bro.
No, you're spinning with 8 seconds.
I will be your shield I will throw the
spear. Dude, you just want to be in there. You want to brawl. Dude, this pineapple is ready to just burn some people.
I'm ready to spin like a Beyblade. It's going down. And I'm not yelling timber.
Oh my god.
Dude, I'm loving the Kesha.
Crackle, I'm telling you, I am telling you, Crackle, right now, okay, in any other place, situation, style in Overwatch, they are not like us, okay? We come through on a different breed, breaking down the complete analytical science of this game and how after map 1, we are going to come up with some wild concoction of how the story, the tale of the tales of these two teams and how they're going to duke it out. I mean, I don't know if anybody read the chat, but I 100% put it out there that this is going 5 rounds. I feel it, the bout of 5. I'll put my prediction money on it. It's going down.
Out of 5. I mean, yeah, absolutely. And through that, I mean, if we're gonna be some bartenders or something here, I guess we're gonna just be making some cocktails.
Oh, I'm ready. We could. When I was talking about some fancy beverages too, and here we go, entering the game live on Lijiang Tower, getting ready to bring you the most crackling pipes. It's okay. And look at all these lanterns and beautiful fireworks. I can't wait to see who sets them off.
Dude, it really is. I mean, no perfect motto, honestly, an analogy if we're going to be some bartenders making some mixed drinks of words out here on Lijiang Tower. It's gardens, too. Classic map. I mean, this is definitely where the rollout. That's the word I was looking for earlier. Rollout.
You were trying to think of the word rollout?
Bro, dude, when you're trying to think on the fly, I forget sometimes. I don't know.
The kerfuffle always happens when thinking on the fly,
Dude,
but
it's
I
a new
will
season. I'm new here. I'm just the new guy in town. Pipes is like, hey, I'm sending out the bat signal, and I'm just like, okay, I guess I'll kind of go to the light. And now here we are.
You sound like Sprig to me.
I'm his trusty partner in crime, Sokka.
Trusty partner, dude. We have a Magoo versus Hog as well, right out the gate. Mauga also kind of changed just a little bit, but I think it was more so buffed. Honestly, I didn't really remember the Mauga thing. I remember the javelin cooldown, but fuck, I don't. But really, I don't. I just remember the Magoo. I think it was something to do with the knockdown. I don't remember with Kiriko, speaking of which, since Mochi's on the Kiriko, the cleanse doesn't cleanse the knockdowns now, which is going to be something to be kind of interesting. That's something against kind of the Mauga comps in a lot of time, with coordinating those slams at the higher level and everything. But another thing to kind of keep an eye on out here is going to be the pharmacy as well. I mean, typically, I think we've just seen a little bit more flank style in recent compositions and stuff at this level, and it is going to be the pharmacy rule winning out from BB16 here. And now Master Bacon, nice hook into the pigpen trap, landing onto LED, but really it is the Magoo burning the face mask off of Master Bacon and back to spawn.
I love we decided that their name is Magoo.
Ultimately, I've been calling Mauga Magoo since day one.
Yeah, I just kind of took it from him.
I want to touch base on this Mercy pocket pick, right? I was just literally talking about this with my team. You talk about what strives in this current comp, right? You see this Kiriko pick by Mochi, which is giving you that get in, get out, touch up on Shadow, while also having this Mercy pocket here with Vistara. This is truly, like, just getting the essence of this map completely cornered from all angles. And I'm loving what I'm seeing here. Because normally the Mercy pick really doesn't kind of work right now, in my opinion, from what I've seen. But whenever
if you're just damaging, it just works here. Especially opening up this fight. I mean, if Mauga going down, burning the res, I think Gallon had a really great target priority as well. Now you're just kind of in this neutral where Master Bacon and even in this no man's land, and now it's going to be Gallant and Awesome really cleaning things up. Gallant with a nice 2k, BB killing themselves off the wall here, trying to get this reset. So it is going to be 44% for the side of Shiva, and now it's going to be 12% and climbing for Sidhu.
Yeah, I like the point flip here, as well as Master Bacon swap off the Hog over to the Orisa, and they even got this Terra Surge. Oh, you don't think they're gonna go off the top ropes? No.
Dude.
The full Terra Surge grip? No way. Say psych. My dreams.
Ooh, nice headshot from LED here. It's going to be a Kiriko rush, or Kitsune rush, I should clarify. Just pushing right to the amplification matrix. There's the Terra Surge, Master Bacon, but it is LED and BB getting the picks onto Gallant and Soft. Dorito, nice boop onto Mochi, but really it's BB cleaning up with a double kill here. Sorry, I should say this. Now Dorito breakdancing out of here and trying to stall as long as possible, as it is going to be surpassing Shiva. 50% here for Sidhu, BB, and LED really closing out this fight here.
Yeah, you talk about what's going into this next team fight, right? So the point flips, we're at 50-50. Both teams going neck and neck here. You look at this alt economy. We have a massive cage fight that plays a big role here in the stall factor for round one of point one here on Lijiang.
Gonna be like Spider-Man. Malga's gonna just push in here. He's got you for 3 minutes of playtime. So he's gonna go in, pushing with the high noon. It's Gallant going forward, who's been really changed coming into this. And Dorito, nice finisher onto LED, and that's what you really need to open up. Nice plays here, and there's the cage fight now from Shadowfing. Great beat from Dorito. Gallant and Awesome throwing their names in the ring here, killing BB and Mochi. Gallant with the sick 2K as well, flipping the point 60% and climbing here and just putting a nail in the coffin. Gallant killing Hydra Ken.
Dude, I'm telling you, Crackle, right now we are literally looking at some really beautiful Overwatch. Both of these teams are going back and forth tooth and nail here. And, you know, I haven't even seen a player swap yet in this arrangement. We do have this Justice coming up from BB, as well as we have another Terra Surge, as well as a window from Saul.
Yeah, why change compositions? We can just change the way you're playing against the enemy team. That's kind of the name of the game here. Now it's the name of the game of this amplification matrix going in. Awesome on the flank here. Here is going to be pushing through with the Terror Surge. Awesome. Master Bacon really opening the fight once more. Getting Soth with the Justice and reviving Shadowfing. But it's looking really scrappy here, especially now Hydrokin going down. Dorito putting it in here. And it's just going to be the Deadeye from Gallant. And now it is going to be 1-0 here on Legion with Sidhu really opening up this map.
Honestly, that was a beautiful turnaround too, right? You know, you came into this, you lost the opening team fight, and then you switched up the composition, and you applied that pressure, walked in, turned the game into your game, and here we go, 1-0.
Yeah, seriously. And now going over here to downtown here. So I really like this. Night March, not downtown, mixed names here.
Matching on the Orisa. So we got the Battle Cattle duel here. We're gonna see who leads who to battle with the Destruction. Oh man, I'm
Battle Cattle.
Dude.
The bread and butter.
Something here too. BB and Awesome both coming in. This is another hero. Symmetra just changing slightly, getting tankier, and her charge rate is increased by 25%. So getting her tier 3 is going to be really fast. And now going up against Master Bacon's Reinhardt, you can build tier 3 so fast off of his shield here. So this is going to be a battle of this wall. We're going to be able to capitalize here onto Shadowfang. Or caught out, no lamp. Yep, Soth really opening things up. Amazing wall coming out from Gallant, and now it's going to be the man advantage going in, charging in. It's going to be Master Bacon, and now the point presence is in favor of Sidhu here, as it's just going to be taken up on coast by Shiva. Mochi up onto this little box, but gets booped off. Master Bacon and Gallant getting those picks here. Gallant, nice headshot onto Mochi before they even fall. Wow.
I'm really liking the poise and the tempo that is coming out of Team Sidhu right now. Like they're literally creating the pace that they want to play this game at, and Shiva is rolling right into it, and this is great. Now we have this Reinhardt matchup on the mirror here, along with the Sim composition, but I still think the power is in favor of this mid pick.
Oh my goodness, look at this, going fast because Master Bacon was still coming back from spawn, but now you have Bacon here in a lost fight. It's looking like it's just going to be another life lost here for Master Bacon. He just came back to go right into the spawn room here. So amazing push here from Shiva, and now that's going to be the point flipped at 33% here for Sidhu.
Great point flip right here. I mean, we look at our ult economies for this next team fight. We're looking at a wall from Team Shiva as well as a high noon coming up on that beat, right? And then over here for Team Sidhu, we are going to have the main freeze. And here's the window early with
nice.
Shield. What
the
a
shield to
placement.
save LED, yeah, but the wall is just better. Better shield though to stop all of that though, all of that pressure. Soth does use the amplification matrix, so maybe a miscomm. There's the fake teleport, trying to maybe just make him uneasy here. Turn around, and now the slam onto Shadow, but getting frozen. Sorry, the slam onto Master, but huge freeze. Dorito getting 2, Soth getting the headshots onto LED. And that's going to be another point flip here for Sidhu. And now Shiva with 45%.
Honestly, that right there was ult layering at its finest from not only Team Sidhu to take this point back, but Team Shiva to start that entire team fight. The way they blocked the window, the way that they walked in with the shatter, you know, but it just came down to that May freeze and the timing of Team Sidhu to really subdue and take that point back.
And now the Ant Matrix with yet another fake TP down here. It is going to be a wall with a slam behind now right at the end, but Master Bacon getting caught out by BB. Awesome, really capitalizing on Shadow though. It is still going to be Sidhu with the gas going forward. Awesome, Gallant, Dorito, all throwing the names in the ring. 76 climbing still for Sidhu.
I'm really digging this May pick, man. From Gallant, like I've been saying it since the round started. Like,
you do more damage too.
I like a good May pick. I do like a good May pick, especially when you're playing content. You're
there you go. Need a pick. Tempo beat going in. Gallant on the May, killing LED once more. Soth opening things up with the Ant Matrix. 93, 98% here. Overtime is ticked. Who's on point? I think it was the junk rat. Yeah, I think it was the junk on point, but it is going to be Sidhu taking map number 1 here, Lijiang Tower.
Oh man, it's looking like the prophecy foretold.
Ooh, I love the skins too. I love the skins, but yeah, Gallant. The changes here to the Cassidy, maybe the Deadeye, you have like a semi like magnate, whatever, because it's like old flashbang, you know? Oh man.
Oh, honestly, Gallant, that was like the perfect cleanup for that point flip too in that team fight there on round 1.
Yeah, seriously. I'm interested to see if I mean, I don't really think Cass is going to be used a bit more here, but I'm interested to see how creative Cass players are going to get with the new ult changes. You know, you don't take, what is it? You start at 40% damage reduction and it goes down to 0% the longer you hold. Same thing with the movement speed, slow down. Yeah. The longer you hold, the faster you go. As well. So it's a nice risk reward, you know, for this. I'm really interested. We saw a little bit from Gallant on first point gardens and stuff, but you know, just to see players get creative at this level, even more so, I think Midtown you can get really funky here, but maybe they opt for something a little bit more longer range. But definitely, I think Cassie is still a really good contender here, even on this patch here. I think he's just going to be funky for a little bit until, I mean, either they get used to it. I don't think there's going to be much to really get used to here, but hey. Midtown for this next map is going to be really interesting if they run, Sidhu runs a similar composition here of that Cassidy Tracer. Tracer being able to just prowl, especially on the defense, to prowl in those alleyways and stuff. The changes, you know, from Shiva, I think the tempo was great all the times here, Pipes, but, you know, I mean, any changes that you would probably preface or anything that you kind of saw from, you know, the eyes in the sky?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna deny. I think Shiva honestly came out with a winning composition to start, but once Sidhu was able to swap it up and change it up, they just brought in this massive factor of being able to get in and get out while also having sustainability, and that's really what gave them the edge on that map. In all fairness, right? You know, you talk about ult layering, you talk about pathing, right? You brought it up, you mentioned it, like, oh, just take a different path. There's no need to make a change on a character. Well, like, seeing how both of these teams work those angles and how they're going to be coming in on a map like Midtown too. Midtown's very tricky, right? You could get held right here at this first choke under the subway, or you could get held under the Midtown tunnel, and you never want to be in first person experience. You never want to get caught in traffic at the Midtown tunnel. You will never get out of there. Okay, first-hand experience as a New Yorker. I gotta explain that to you guys. Manhattan is a wild beast, and what these two teams are about to do, I mean, it's 9 p.m. here, so you know what? Traffic's definitely died down, so these two teams are gonna have nothing but back and forths on these one-way roads, and it's gonna be an incredible battle. The real question is, though, is what is Shiva going to do after that fight? That last fight, right? You know, you saw that the Junkrat pick came out. You saw that BB swapped off of the Pharah, did go Tracer as well. So we know that the versatility in the DPS hero pool of Team Shiva is there, but where are they going to pull out these heavy hitters, right? You saw the Baptiste pick, which I thought was incredible, mixed with the Kiriko. But again, this comes down to pathing, and what a better map to do it on than Midtown. So listen, I predicted a game 5. This is where I turn and say this might be Shiva's go, okay?
Yeah, I mean, we're waiting to see if they're going to be who's going to be attacking and defending first here. If Shiva do go on the attack, I think something from map number 1 that they did a really good job of when they had the point in their favor gardens was picking off Soth a lot of the time. I think Soth was overextending just a little bit, so I think the change that you kind of saw from Sidhu as well was Soth being a little bit more reserved and a lot of the time, so Shiva weren't really able to pick off that backline as well. So maybe they try and find these angles with BB either playing the far once again, or maybe we see an echo. I mean, maybe we match the tracer, so you're kind of marking the enemy tracer. Awesome was playing tracer that last map there, so you're just going to be marking Awesome on the off angles to open up lanes to go and push into maybe red, or just get, make it easy to get to point somehow. I mean, there's some options here. Maybe you can try, if Soth is playing a little bit safer, okay, maybe you just bully. We're seeing Greninja come into here. Gallant has been taking wide swinging a lot of the times away from hard cover, so maybe we can bully Gallant a little bit. LED hits shots, so maybe LED just puts a little bit more focus, a little bit more pressure on a Gallant. All changes maybe that we can see from Shiva and stuff, so it's going to be interesting to kind of see what they do in this. And then with Sidhu, I think you just keep hitting your shots. I think, in all honesty, Gallant is hitting, Awesome is hitting, Soth, Dorito is hitting. I'm really interested to see what Greninja plays here. It's looking Sigma. We see some Horse being the top 2 here, so interested to see some Sig. I think all around still great tank altogether, so not wanting to go for the brawl this time around for Midtown, wanting to go for more of that poke here. So really interesting to see what's going on here, Pipes.
Well, I want to just touch base back on what you were saying with Team Sidhu and how they were playing, right? On Li Jiang, I said it on map number 2 there that they were playing very content, right? And it was with Gallant's pick on the May. It was really astonishing to be able to see that they weren't specifically going headstrong into the combat like how most players like to play. And what I really liked was how they played as a team. If their tank went in, they went in with their tank. If their backline was getting attacked, they rotated and shifted to protect that backline. And that's kind of really like a big advantage in a match if you could get on top of that without losing a pick or two. And even when they had the picks against them, they still were able to come out on top. And that's just from working the craft. So yeah. Here now, on to Midtown. Ooh, please tell me.
See that?
I did. I'm not even going to say it. I'm going to wait because when I called out Master Bacon's Orisa, he swapped over to Reinhardt. I'm just going to wait, but I'm really hoping that Dorito locks that in. Huh?
I saw some Doomfist, so it looks like we're looking at 2 different people.
I would love to see a Doom dive right now. Let me tell you.
Oh,
I'm just happy to be here right now. Okay, you see this Uptown Bronx train? That's not supposed to be the color blue. It's supposed to be the 1-2 train. But listen, I got your ones for the funds, guys. I got your ones.
Oh, Pikes, look at these guys.
Oh, they evolved, bro. They got is that a comb or is that?
It's an Eclair.
But Eclair? Oh my God, I see the chocolate icing, bro. Go Pigeons, go.
Go Pigeons, dude.
Pigeons.
Good to see you.
Sorry,
we're having so much nostalgia right now. It's all because Soft joined the lobby. We saw him. We remembered him from season 4 in some other place in a land distance far, far away. And
we got the break. I like this. Yeah, Awesome not changing. I like a lot. So you're just marking the alleys. We're talking about the Sojourn a little bit. We're going to be seeing the Soj changes. Brig just marks territory and takes space. Soth still poking and pumping out a bunch of healing. Greninja pushes back just a little bit here. We're seeing a Reaper as well. Really interested on how that's going to be played. Might get out poke just a little bit here as no Wraith as well coming up from LED. There is a rotation on this left side, but you lost your Frog though, which is huge and kind of puts a pin in this. Yeah, it kind of puts a pin in this rotation on this left side. Gets knocked down and line him up, knock him down. Gallant out here just killing everybody with the railgun right now.
Truth be told, if Ray didn't go into the enemy backline on that, I do believe that rotation that they were looking to get, I wouldn't even call it a flank. I feel as if
stick to the rotation. Yeah.
But that would have been the hook, line, and sinker, especially with the shield that's being provided by Reinhardt here.
Ooh, oh, we're a little split here for already having to use the slide. Now, let's see. We keep going. We keep going. Now, Tracer having to be forced out because that's already going to be a 1v5 into the Firehouse now. Taking up position on the point, but you still have Gallant now up using their Disruptor. But look at this. One tick. Brig doesn't get caught out, surprisingly enough here. So it's pretty much just a battle of attrition. Yeah, Dorito goes down, but it's going to be a trade now with LED also going down. And Shadow Fang eating a little bit too much damage from Gallant. So the slow burn now is in favor of Sidhu at this point. But you do get a pick, or sorry, not a pick, a tick, if you are Shiva, though.
I really like how Sidhu played that, right? They looked very spread out on that defensive hold, and it probably wouldn't have went well for them. But all of a sudden, they started re-rotating and grouping back up with each other there, and they were able to get these big picks where it was needed, right? So, you know, taking out Shadow Fang and just being able to collapse on the rest of the team of Shiva, you know, that's definitely a big clock killer right there. And very smart play from the defensive hold there.
Here we go with Greninja missing the flux, unfortunately. Just able to get out of that if you are Shiva, fortunately enough. Now still trying to get this rotation on this alleyway, but you're very split. It's looking like Cass is going to be the last one over here. Is a Kitsune Rush now down main? No. Lamp available for you, and now LED gets one too many shots from Gallant here. There goes the pulse going wide, though, in the backline from Awesome. And oh, it's going to be a super scrappy fight here. Shadow Fang goes and anchors on to the rescue fire truck here. Just trying to force out any cooldowns, it's looking like, but just opting to back out, especially now losing BB. You just need to get as many fights as possible. I'm really curious here to see how they really the Lucio Kiriko backline. It's really rough for the Reinhardt, and I think we've been kind of seeing that just a little bit here. The rotations have been fast, but when it comes to those brawls, you're just really losing out the sustain. Yeah, like Ryan needs a little bit more focus and stuff that Kiri just can't bring, that Lucio just can't bring. You had Beat though coming into here. Though now looking like you just want to pick, it's going to be BB making yet another swap onto the Widowmaker.
Running it up the bottom.
Oh, huge slam, 3 knocked down, and there's going to be the B-Amp Matrix and the rally once more with an overclock as well from Gallant. Awesome, Greninja, Shadow Fang, and BB going down here. It's going to be the picks going the way of Sidhu. Greninja getting 3 in this fight. 19 seconds remaining. It's just going to be the Kiriko Moshi getting staggered, possibly. Oh, so that's really unfortunate. No.
Can I just say, from the window to the wall, that Baptiste really conquered it all right there in those final moments. You had the massive shatter.
No touch available, 3 seconds. It's the last trickle here. You make it as Monkey, but for time, nothing. You just have this flux here if you are Greninja, and Soth able to pick up the kill, and only able to get a tick, but it's holdable for Shiva. It is holdable.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie, Chat, if you're listening, I said it. This is one of those maps. You could either get held right under the subway or caught in traffic at the Midtown Tunnel. And now we're looking at 1 tick victory here, possibly for Team Sidhu.
Dude, it was just really well played too. And the thing about it is too, like at the very beginning, I mean, the Brig, that's something, if you've been paying attention to like OWCS recently, Brig's been used a lot just as that area denier, especially on defense where you're not moving fast, and poke where you're not making these fast rotations. It's a slow burn. You can just win and deny a space. You want to play a Tracer? Oh, there's a Brig right here with my Tracer, just packing from halfway across the map. Like, it just made sense here being able to pack Awesome off in the alleyway and not having to move. And you see someone pushing in. Oh, hey, Ray, just getting bashed and booped out here in the middle of traffic, then getting run over. So it was really well played here coming out from Sidhu. So Shiva, maybe just a little things, again, trying to maybe mark the DPS. Brig can be squishy without her shield if you just put in a focus fire. They really tried a lot on these rotations, but I think here on defense, they might be able to hold just a little bit. I will say they're running a Lari here. Lari changes a little bit, doesn't get as much healing from her pylon herself. I think it does heal just a little bit more to her allies though. So maybe it's a little bit more sustained, but again, it's going to be interesting here. Relying heavily on these shots from LED, from BB just hit more than anything here. Nice rotation here.
Oh, look at that D right in. I'm just like trying to kind of grasp the concept of what they were going with here, because you see this back kick, right? Remember how Team Shiva just pretty much ran this composition that Sidhu's running, right? Except we have this BAP factor, which provides more for the Reinhardt, but at the same time, you now have Shiva running. I mean, honestly, I'm looking at this. This is looking like a pretty strong comp for defense here. You have the poke factor. You also have this ability to get over the wall, aka the train here, and able to land these shots into the back line, as BB is hopefully going to do here for us. I mean, look at this. This team is just teleporting into the firehouse now, and oh god, Crackle, I don't know, man. This is where you take the reins. I'm
yeah, they cut the entire canyon of mid, really. So now they're just taking up all the space now on the backup point, but maybe a little bit too slow here as BB picks up Austin, but you lose one of your supports. Gallant picking up Ray, and now no lamp available for you as the map is flipped pretty much, but Mochi kills Soft, Shadow Fang killing Greninja, and that's 2 for the Sigma over here on Shiva. Dorito, though, kills Mochi, but it's just going to be a frog on the wall left alone here, so the last chip in the bag will be eaten here in this last fight.
Time to get close.
So
I'm
not
not
last
gonna
fight,
lie.
but 2:16 remaining. Yeah.
Team Shiva's defense right now is looking absolutely impeccable, right? Granted, Team Sidhu is cutting these corners. They are literally playing a game of mobility and excelling to this point faster, except this execution from Team Shiva is just coming up on top.
Ooh, you get the Baptiste, there's the lamp now going down, so Soft super low as they don't get the beat, but LED gets picked off by Gallant. Also swinging things up too, with Ray getting picked off. BB killing themselves on the wall accidentally! No, so it's just going to be the cookie crumbling here, and it's going just Sidhu's favor, picking up the pieces. 1 tick, minute 36 here, and Sidhu takes map number 2.
Ooh, I want to try something funny. And the Annihilation Overwatch play of the game goes to...
Play of the game.
Dude, it's Gallant. Dude, Gallant's really... They're just hitting. In this battle right now, it really is the DPS on Sidhu just hitting currently. And I'm going to say specify Gallant as well, whether it be the Cassidy, whether it be the Sojourn right now, but they're really spotting these opportunities here, Pipes.
They really are. I'm not going to lie. Sidhu has, honestly, you know, when I was looking at the roster before their game, and I saw, like, they have one player that's, like, assigned a role, right? And then they have one of their team managers also is assigned in a role. Everybody else is a flex player. So when I see that, I know that there's, like, diamonds in the rough in a roster when I see that, because you don't know what you're getting, you don't know what you're expecting. Sidhu could have came out in map 1 on Lijiang, and if they got rickrolled, they could have swapped it up to something where you would consider it like an off roll, but it could just be a more powerhouse comp for what Shiva packs, right? And I'm not gonna lie, Shiva's defense here on Midtown is looking really good for them. And I feel like if they keep sticking with this as we go, where are we going next? We're going to Esperanza, right?
Yep.
Yeah, like on a push map. Oh god, maybe I should just stop talking. But I really do feel that the hero composition that Shivas are pulling out. Man, I don't know if they have to play safer. I don't know if they have to make certain coordinations into their picks on who they're taking out from Sidhu first. But I just feel like Sidhu is just getting around them faster. From Lijiang to Midtown, they were able to articulate and take these angles away from Shiva. And, you know, to be able to execute that, you know, you would say Sidhu's got Esperanza in the bag, but a team like Shiva, they run the composition that can take a map like Esperanza. They run the comps that work well on a push map. The real question is, who are they going to take out on Sidhu's lineup that is going to make the impact to get them to the goal and keep this game alive? Because right now we are in match point clearance for Team Sidhu here. They are up 2-0 for those of you just joining us. Team Shiva is looking to come back and flip this bad boy for the reverse sweep opportunity of a lifetime here.
Yeah, and I think something to really notice here on map number 2, there was just a difference. They played something a little bit more, looking at Sidhu on their attack, they played more team-oriented with the Sim TP, trying to just get to point, trying to get to Firehouse and just go fast that way. And kind of, again, relying on Gallant a lot of the time to open up this fight with picks, but even with Gallant getting a pick, the team around them were getting picked off by BB, LED, or Shadowfang. Shadowfang's really warming up, it's seeming like, on the tank. So it's going, especially on Esper, if they're going to be playing the Sigma here, which I think it'll be kind of interesting to see. It should be deadly here if we go right back to a poke v poke composition here. And as for things you brought up too, just like, you don't know, like, kind of like the nitty gritty or anything. And I think at the end of the day, it's just coming down to just these opening picks. Gallant, a lot of the time, you're noticing just getting these opening picks or getting people low for Awesome to kill, for Greninja or Master Bacon to kill. So it's really going to be interesting to see what BB does, what LED does. I think LED was warming up. I think BB was warming up once more. Maybe it just, it takes a couple maps here and to just kind of lock in and focus here for Shiva. But if it happens and we go to that map 5 like predicted, oh man, that's going to be crazy to see all hell break loose on Flashpoint. Really. But I think the biggest thing coming into the poke composition, if you're going to be that poke v poke, you need your DPS to be warm and just hitting shots to really do anything here to open up these opportunities. And that's exactly what Gallant's been doing the last 2 maps and why, Sidhu are on match point. So we're really going to see coming into map number 3 what's happening here as we head into Esperanza.
Esperanza. Oh man, I love getting on the plane and heading over to Portugal for this. It's beautiful weather every time. I know Timmy's ready for his butt scratches.
Timmy.
Oh man, this is the game of games. For those of you who don't know Overwatch 2 like I do, this is called the Timmy Cup. This is where 2 teams go at it, battling neck and neck to get this lovely bot that I am staring at with his beautiful blue shoulder blades and an absolute immaculate side. He is, wow, go Timmy, go. He's really grown on me in these years. His racing has gone even better, and he pushes the payload through bullets, guys. Okay, I don't know about any of you Overwatch players out there, but what bot do you know that is fearless enough to fight through a barrage to push a barricade? I know Bob gets in the action, and that's Timmy's wild cousin, but I know right now Timmy is ready.
Dude, Timmy's ready, I'm ready, you're ready, the audience is ready, the players are ready. I think we're all ready. We're like SpongeBob, we're just ready, dude.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Oh man,
I'm ready.
now you're
I'm ready.
making me want to have some pizza.
Dude, you know what's funny too? I got pizza waiting for me after this as well.
I like our Nickelodeon references, right? Like, chat, I'm literally here live with the Last Airbender, the Avatar, right? And I don't know if you know this. We were talking before the game started. I'm clearly Sokka, all right? The goat of Princess Yue's past. It's legendary here.
Legendary. Yep. So I'm gonna get frozen in an iceberg after this cast. I'm gonna open things up and then just go and get frozen in the Antarctic. So if you don't hear from me, I'm probably frozen in a tundra somewhere. I mean, yeah, we'll have some refreshing drinks, some beverages, unnamed energy drinks.
Snow? Can we have a snowball fight?
Yeah. Just remember, I'm the master of all elements, So, anyway, speaking of masters of elements, just look at these masters players. We see some Venture, we see Genji as well, Moira, Lucio going for a little bit more of a zombie composition as well, and Greninja playing the Junker Queen. Her knife is now a little bit more effective against these tanks too, so Shadowfang has to be careful on these dives on this Winston too. Immediately shredded all cooldowns and no follow-up here from the rest of the team here, as it's looking like it's more of a poke, so kind of uncomfortable for the Winston. I wouldn't be surprised if they do swap here, but looking like they just want to keep playing the monkey. Okay, as well as the backline here for Shiva, it is going to be the Ana, and now swapping from the Mercy, it is going to be a Lucio as well. So really interesting wanting to match now. Okay, here we go. Kiri Lucy. Okay, we see the Far, we see a Junker Queen. All right, immediate swaps here, pipes.
Oh yeah, we're looking to mirror match and lock up. This is where you gotta lock in here. You gotta lock in. This is where you smell blood in the water and turn into Bruce, okay? Because fish are friends, but not food in these games, okay? You need that shark-like mentality. When you smell that blood in the water, you gotta go after it. And right now, the Sidhu is just taking it. They are packing this punch ever so tighter as Timmy gets closer to these butt scratches.
Yeah, shouts are thrown out from both Shadowfang and Greninja. Here's going to be Greninja opening things up onto Hydrokin, Mochi low, and that's 2. No backline here for Shiva. 3 picks here from Greninja. Oh man, who's their trainer here? As this Pokemon is wild. As you know what's else? Timmy just reached the checkpoint. Oh, here we go, Pipes. Here we go, Pipes. Mission! No! No!
Removed it from the game, I'm gonna riot!
They skipped the butt scratch animation. I'm crying.
You know what? We hyped it up too much. We have to bring this to the higher up. Someone call Jake. Tell him to get Soe on the phone. I am in a fit of rage. My man Timmy just pushed that payload 75 meterage, and he didn't even get his butt scratchy in. Oh man!
Shadowfang now push forward, trying to take some space. Here is going to be a post bomb, but Tectonic Shock now being ripped from Gallant, as well as just getting everyone low, taking down Mochi, and that's going to be like dominoes. Team Shiva just being knocked down here by the shock here. And now BB is going to be one of the last survivors, heading back to spawn. 83 to the Justice, but it's still going to be Team Timmy marching forward. It's going to be Shiva. Sorry, Sidhu. I'm getting confused with all of these names here as I'm still upset that the butt scratch was missed.
Team Sidhu has subdued their enemy here and a massive beat.
Pretty late beat, but we'll see what happens as Awesome rips the blade here, but Gallant goes down. Shadowfang, Mochi throwing their names in the ring here, and finally they're putting the brakes on Sidhu. Shiva coming back here, stopping Sidhu at 109. So
the threshold has been matched here, folks, okay? They have broken through the threshold. They now have Timmy heading in another direction. But remember, folks, forward spawn advantage is a real thing. And what I like better is looking at this composition that Sidhu is running. They have the fast-paced characters. They got the mobility factors on them, and they now have this high ground. Oh man, they're looking like
Gallant and Awesome just swapped. Like they didn't swap heroes, but they just swapped themselves. So now Gallant is on the Genji, not on the Venture, and Awesome's on the Venture, not Genji. They just swapped.
They both use their ults to make a massive clear. Team gets canceled, sent back to the spawn. Hey, you want to rotate? Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I want to try the Venture. Sure, I want to play Venture or Genji too. No, there's just 2 Ventures.
That's gonna be like when me and you play Lucio Ball together. It's gonna be like, do you want to play goalie?
Sure, I'll play goalie. You want to play goalie? Sure, I'll play goalie here. But right now, yeah, 24 meters here for Shiva, as well as maybe the swaps here kind of proven effective, as it's going to be Awesome going in deep with their dig here, as well, just trying to cause as much of a disruption here, but getting really low. Here's the Coalescence into a Terror Surge. Huge beat coming up from Hydrokin, but misses BB, who's on the flank. Up on the high ground as well, so now pressing 4 as Timmy takes a rest here. Kiriko Suzu as well is used. There's the barrage on the back line, but Gallant just right underneath BB, taking down Awesome, taking down Elite as well. Hydrokin tailing Awesome, but Gallant cleaning up with a dash onto Hydrokin as well. Nice knife landing onto Shadowfang as of Timmy running back the other way, running up this hill, Pipes.
Yeah, honestly, Coach Crackle, I wouldn't even know what to do right now if I was playing on Team Shiva's team. My hero pool is clearly not as elaborate, but I'm trying to figure out in my mind what they could do, what options they have left other than this High Noon and Kitsune Rush to really turn the tide here. With 4 minutes and 45 left on the Klizzak, we're going to find out.
Well, I think opening things up, just trying to not take these super split fights. As you see, you have LED alone just on the bot pushing. Now you do have Shadowfang, but it's really odd here with these split rotations. Now it is going to be BB on the Genji as well. No Pharah, already 4 stash, and your deflect. There's going to be Gallant with the blade. Soft and Greninja killing LED and BB here. Another Tectonic Shock as well, killing Mochi as Gallant cleans up Shadowfang as well. So really think it's just being so split coming into a lot of these fights. No real focus fire onto one target. It's just what's been killing Shiva here. So now you're down in a 109-meter pit, and you're still really trying to press the gas in the lost fight as Gallant yet again just picking off Shiva one by one in this fight. Shadowhog now making the swap on the Roadhog, or Shadowfang, I should say. Not Shadowhog, Shadowhog. Shadow the Hedgehog out here getting a pick onto Awesome. Okay, so maybe this could be what opens up. You know, you have LED picking up Dorito with the high noon. Kitsune Rush now used in this room. I don't know if that was really needed here, but you clean up either way. So no ultimates available here for Shiva, but you do win the fight.
This is actually a beautiful pick from Shadowfang too to get onto this hog, because you have a lot more sustainability with this guy, and you're able to pull players like Dorito and Soft out of position, especially if you catch the Moira after the fade. This is a huge opportunity here, and I do think that that Team Shiva is going to capitalize on this.
A two split, and Greninja picks off LED here, so Shadowfang now left on this island trying to get an E pick as possible, but Gallant is just in your back line picking everybody off on this Genji now. Greninja also killing Mochi, Awesome killing BB, and once again Timmy is standing on this hill, now running, jogging. Wait, what you say?
Is that a New York Excelsior Genji skin?
Let's see, Pipes.
Yeah, that's my goat. That's my goat. Yeah, fellow representative, we like that. He gets points. He gets Pipes points. It's game on.
New York here. So now coming back, you are a little bit more together as well after a fast regroup. You have 2 minutes, 2:17 remaining here as Gallant going in deep, forcing the beat from Hydro Cannon, now matching Genji Blade for Genji Blade. There's a rampage landing onto Shadowfang and LED. Dorito killing Hydro Cannon, Greninja killing LED here, but BB slices and dices Awesome in the back line. Now a Coalescence out from Soth as well to really keep pressing the gas as Mochi and Shadowfang are left on an island, forcing out the Suzu, killing Mochi here with a Jagged Blade from Greninja. So now it's just Shadowfang left alone. Shadow the Hedgehog, there's no one available here as you're just going to be left alone with your team. Now BB trying to kill Gallant. Yes, BB kills Gallant. So this could be maybe the pressure needed here. BB getting a double kill onto Soth as well. Greninja still picking up the picks here. LED going down, but Shadowfang also killing Greninja. Awesome comes back and kills BB, stopping the Tracer in their tracks here. Awesome now in the back line, digging their way underground, away from the spawn here, heading towards Timmy in a regroup from Sidhu.
Shiva needs to regroup as well. This is where that split factor we were talking about comes in. Like, you have Shadowfang trying to move this point. Yes, there's a minute and 10. I love the sense of urgency that they do have here. But again, this is right now. This is the point where you play as your team. You get those picks that are needed. You make those communication calls, and you finish this game strong with a W on your back.
Yep, 55 seconds now remaining here. 24-meter deficit now for Shiva as you have Shadowhog going for Kitsune Rush now from Mochi. Gets stopped by Timmy though, so you have a whole hog being used. Now Tectonic Shock being used in the back line, getting everybody low. Mochi able to make it out though as you have Shadowfang coming to peel. Hydrokin goes down to Greninja, picking up 2 here in this fight. It's looking dire now as Shadowfang presses forward, killing Soth. So 55 to that Coalescence, but you have no backline, no team available here for Shiva as you land a nasty pulse bomb, but 20 seconds remaining here, Pipes.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta give it to Gallant here on his quick thinking, right? He got sent back to the spawn in that last team fight and immediately went Tracer. Had that mobility factor, met it halfway, and they completely took that team fight. Now they're just ever so backing off the point here. Let's see what we got. We're in OT now.
Yep, I mean, this is the start of the season. Maybe we start off with a miracle here. Do you believe in miracles? Well, Rampage might put a pin in this as a nasty post-bomb lands on LED, but you're trading backlines as Soft goes down. Greninja, nice Jagged Blade onto Shadowfang. No tank available for Shiva. So now it's just going to be the backline versus BB here. A fight on Timmy in overtime as Dorito and Greninja take up the point. Hydrokin is the last survivor, but Gallant takes Hydrokin in overtime. It is a 3-0 for Sidhu here, taking the series.
Honestly, big 3-0 win for Sidhu here in week 1, and the Annihilation Overwatch play of the game goes to
Greninja. Yeah.
I want to learn how to say Greninja's like Pokemon voice. Like I want to do it right, and I'm gonna hype up the next play of the game.
You're gonna hype up the next play of the game of Greninja, man.
Yeah, like the next time we watch Sidhu, I'm gonna like sound like Greninja saying his name.
That'd be really funny.
Like yeah, I try to be, like I think my Bulbasaur impressions really well. So I think if I learn how to say how Greninja speaks, I think it would be game over. Checkmate, as they would say.
Yeah, and GG's indeed here. So a 3-0 from Sidhu as they come in, win a series here, and leave just, I guess, business as usual for these guys. But as the fights went on here, I was getting a little sense of nostalgia, like we brought up here at the beginning of the series. So seeing both of these teams just clash once again, seeing LED, seeing BB, just shine here on Shiva against Sidhu. I know before the cast today, when I first arrived here in the server, we were talking about Shiva being this powerhouse and everything. So they had a really stout defense, but Sidhu really knew how to keep up the tempo. Gallant opening up a lot of these fights here. And it just seemed like Shiva was just missing that playmaking potential out here. Taking a lot of these fights split just really led the series for Sidhu, it being 3-0 here. So would love to see how Shiva bounced back after this week 1 match here, Pipes. But and all in all, it was just some great Overwatch to watch, though.
All in all is right. I mean, we're here to bring you nothing but the best in Annihilation Overwatch. And, what we saw, the performance from both teams was absolutely splendid. Sidhu clearly packed a punch tonight as they waltzed in and took the 3-0 by storm here in week 1. And what a good way to start off your season, right? A nice 3-0 win, go home, win or lose, we booze is the slogan in my book. But at the end of the day, Team Sidhu was rocking and rolling. They controlled that tempo. They had that pace. They played together as a team. And their team comps. I didn't get to say this on Esperanza, but I didn't want to call that comp they ran as like a rush dive hybrid. No. I came up with a new name. This team invented Blitz comp. Okay, I witnessed true blitzing at its finest. It was like hut hike, and they just boom, team fight, win, game over.
A rush, but no, I think a blitz sounds cooler anyway.
Blitz.
Yeah, the
Blitz
pipe splits,
like...
pipe splits. We heard it here, folks. Oh,
Ooh,
let's say that 5 times fast.
LOL. Oh man, but I don't know. Do you have anything that you would like to add to this?
I think honestly, I'm just excited to see more from, I guess, these teams and stuff if I do come back and everything. But it was really exciting, and I think this is a great opening here, Pipes.
Oh, God forbid we lose the avatar. That would not be helpful. Honestly, it was for me and you debuting tonight with the mighty Piper. Piper, are you still here with us? Kind of funny. We do. Folks, for those of you who don't know, this has been a fantastic day, okay, in the booth with Piper and Pipes joining us today. We have the GOAT Crackle, and it was a fantastic, the blended match between both of these teams. Shout out to Sidhu on their 3-0 here in week 1, and I think that's a wrap.
For Sidhu?
Ooh.
Okay.
Crackle. I think I know where we're going with this one.
Well, I think for Sidhu, the MVP here, since I think it's going to be someone that we've been kind of talking about, but for me, I think it's Gallant here for my pick. I don't know if that's going to be who you're going to be bringing up here, but I think Gallant is just
exactly who I was bringing up here. Okay?
Dude, we kept talking about him. Huh?
He was repping the NYXL, his changes, his character picks between each match, his composure. He was looking like the man who set the tone tonight, and that's a spectacular pick for MVP for Team Sidhu. Now, I think me and you are on the same wavelength here for Team Shiva. All right?
I don't know.
Should we count to 3 it? I feel like I'm going to say...
but I think I'm saying something different, though. So, yeah, let's just do it. Say it, Pipes.
All right. Piper, you want to give us the countdown?
Uh-huh.
Shadow
LED. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
okay.
We were totally on 2 different points there. All right.
So, who did you say since I said LED here?
I was going with Shadowfang, and What really opened my eyes was his willingness to swap to combat against the pressure that was being applied from Sidhu, right? You know, you look at the tank position, you're one person, you don't really have a partner, you rely on your team while also having to, you gotta delay the inevitable. You have to stop the enemy tank. And what I noticed was at times when they were losing these team fights, Shadowfang was ignoring the tank to specifically just get the willy-nilly picks onto the back line of the support as well as the DPS to keep his team in the race. And that stood out to me the most, throughout tonight. I mean, even the fluxes on Midtown with the Sigma pick, and I kind of love it when someone picks Winston. It's a beautiful thing to see. Okay. But now over to you though, with the LED pick.
I mean, I see where you're coming from, and honestly, I'm kind of leaning a little bit more on the fence of Shadowfang too when you explained it, because there's a lot of praise for Shadowfang in this series too, with their defenses and cleaning up fights and stuff. But I think the main reason, at least as for LED, was just trying to stick to the plan at least a lot of the times, because we were specking this whole time, from 3P, we kind of saw the main conglomerate of the teams rotating and everything like that. And usually Shadowfang, the only thing why I didn't say Shadowfang is because a lot of the time Shadowfang kind of led to a lot of fights, not to call them out, but a lot of the time being a little bit too far ahead. LED coming back and everything, cleaning up after Shadowfang and everything. So I think either or you could really give, but I think LED was a good shout here. But I think honestly for Shadowfang going up against Sidhu, you might have swayed me with your pipes persuasion out here, the pineapple pipes persuasion. So yeah,
this is great.
So I think the honorable mention, I think I would have to agree and go more with Shadowfang for a lot of the playmaking potential here, and a lot of the brawling, just the super scrappy brawling fights. You kind of saw Shadowfang pop up a lot of the times.
Yeah, I mean, again, each Baranza really spoke to me. You brought up the splitness, right? You had the players like LED. I don't mean to call this out, but you had LED who was pushing the bot at one point while the team was following Shadowfang to the high ground to combat against the team, and then all of a sudden, the script flips because you had early picks where players should have been not getting picked, and that it all comes down to how you play with your team. And I really think that Shadowfang backed his team up with the picks that he made and the decisions that he made throughout the oh my god, I can't even think of the word, throughout the match tonight.
Yeah. So that's going to be MVP of Sidhu is going to be Gallant here, and then the honorable mention is from Shiva is going to be Shadowfang here. So congratulations, and I think with that, I am out of words here to talk pipes.
Yeah, thank
Myself
you guys
as well. It's been another lovely Friday night. If you're on the East Coast, make sure you go outside and look at that strawberry moon. And this has been the Booth of Annihilation Overwatch, bringing you the best. Have a wonderful rest of your night, everybody.